Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today's Sag for meditative session is so funny. I got Turtle Spirit and then the Knight of Swords. So it's funny because I have like this opposition of energy, right? Turtle Spirit is 62, making an 8. Slow and steady wins the race, right? And then we have this other energy, which is like the fastest moving knight, right? The Knight of Swords. So it's kind of telling me, I don't know, I think this is like two people, right? And one person feels very comfortable, like this is what I'm getting, it's like one person is comfortable moving at the slow rate and then the other person moves like this. It's like, it's funny because I think it's like there's such an opposition in the way people move. Like I think this person has like all the time in the world, right? Like let's just take our time, go, you know, slow and steady, literally a tortoise, a turtle, slow. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest, right? And it's like, I don't know how you guys found each other because you move so differently, but I think it's funny because it's like, you're gonna have to learn to work together, right? And I think it's a really positive thing, to be honest, that I see this, because as long as you guys can learn to work together, then it's gonna be so great for both of you, because maybe you're both on like the extremes, right? And we can come to a happy medium together, right? But like here, you're too slow and you're too fast, right? So it's like, how can we work together to be at the pace that's like perfect for the both of us? Like this person needs to speed up, I'm like, no lie, and then this person needs to slow down, no lie. Like both of these people have to work on it, but it's like they can work on it together because they're like opposites, right? And that's what I'm getting. I think it could be a really terrible thing, or it could be a really beautiful thing. It depends how you guys work this out. Again, like if you stay stubborn and don't move faster, and if you stay stubborn and don't slow down, then what we have here is like, we don't have anything coming together. But if these two people can learn to work together, right, in such opposite energies that they have, then it's such a beautiful thing, right? Like, because, you know what I mean? I think that these extremes don't work. You know, balance is, you know, whatever, balance. We have to come a little bit closer to the middle. So yeah, Sag, I love this energy. Let's pull some more cards and see what we got. Sag, oh my god. Okay, beautiful reading, guys, like so beautiful. So I think you're both aware of the fact that in order for this to come together, because we have an opposite here, right? It's calling for balance. It's calling for like the energy to be brought into balance. Here we have like the dark and the light. I feel like we have the feminine and the masculine, right? We have this duality. And what's important is letting it come together, right? Because it can go one of two ways. Like I said in the meditative session, it can turn into a fight. It can turn into conflict. It can easily turn into like something bad, right? Because there's such a difference here, right? Between the two of you that could be very hard to meet in between. But that's the solution to coming together with this person. It's finding balance within, so you can find balance within this relationship, so you can both come together. If you're not balanced within, if you're working from ego and it has to be my way, or it's not gonna, you know, if that's the way you work, then this will never work, right? If you're sitting in fear and you're just gonna let the other person do it, like, oh, like we'll go as slow as you want to go, or we'll go as fast as you want to go, you'll never feel comfortable, right? Like it'll always be a relationship where you're not going to be your authentic self, right? Like you're not being yourself if you're doing what the other person wants to do and not what you want to do. So again, a solution is balance. The solution is maybe communication too with the Queen of Air, right? It's like the only way, again, it's tough in the sense that it can go wrong easily. It can go wrong so quickly. Things just like happen that way, right? Like one tiny little thing, one little argument, one little and people lose their temper and then that's it, right? Like people say things they regret, and that's not what we want to do here. We want to like work together. So again, when in terms of this relationship, I think the speed and the timing of a relationship is very important, right? We want the other person to be on the same page that we are on. And I think, again, it has to come from like a happy medium. It has to come from like two people wanting to work together. Like you have to first have the desire to work with the other person, right? Like you can't just be like, yeah, like I want to start this relationship, the other person doesn't. And like, you know what I mean? You're going to be in a relationship by yourself. So again, it has to come from two people being in the same energy, wanting the same thing, which is very hard because we're all energy and energy is constantly shifting and moving. So it's like, how can we get these two energies to be at the same level at the same time? Well, I think the answer really has to do with being in balance yourself, right? And having the ego not dictate anything, because the self card came out first. And I feel like it has a lot to do with balance, right? Again, it's like balance within, right? And I feel like it's specifically for this masculine because I have the masculine feminine card balance, the self card, and then the Emperor. I also have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, right? Being like open and receptive with the King. So I have a lot of masculine energy on the board. It's not necessarily, I mean, 100% both these people have to do this work. Like both of these people have to be balanced. But I feel like it's, for the masculine, maybe it's a little bit more difficult because I feel like it's hard for them to trust. Like it's hard for them to, how do I explain it? I feel like it's hard for them to sit back. Like maybe they're the ones that wants to be slow, right? But it's hard for them to like, it's not about power. How do I explain it? It's hard for them to like maybe accept the fact that they have to go a little faster. Or you know what I'm saying? It's uncomfortable, right? And it's hard for them, I think, to also open up to the realization that they're gonna have to, okay, this is what it is. It's like they have to share their life, basically. Like it's not my life anymore. That's what I think the masculine is having a hard time with. It's like not thinking for only themselves, but thinking about someone else. I think for a long time, this person could have, again, all their decisions that they make, it has only to do with them. They don't have to go ask anyone for anything. They don't have to like check by, like, you know, like let's just say they wanted to do this day. That person's like wants to hang out with them. They're not used to that, right? Like they haven't been with somebody for a long time, maybe. So it's like checking, or maybe they're like always out with their friends. They're always doing their own thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're always going out. And for them to have to check up, like to, you know, hit someone up and be like, hey, like I'm gonna go out. So I'll see you later. Like I think it's just really like uncomfortable for them. Like they're not used to sharing themselves with anyone, right? Like they're used to, they do their own thing, right? Like they're so used to doing their own thing. And now it's like working with someone else. I think it's going to be more difficult personally for the masculine. But I think if the two of these people can work this out where it's like working together, they're being guided to do it with the Queen of Air. And they're being guided to communicate as well, like how they feel. Like if you are uncomfortable about it, say it, right? Like I'm not used to this, or I don't, you know, it's not, there has to be communication, right? That's one. Two, it's like meeting each other in the middle, right? And I think that this could be very beautiful with the Destiny and the Nine of Swords. I think it's like really significant this time period for these two people. Like if the masculine energy can be a little bit selfless and put themselves in a position where maybe they're not used to it, but that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. You know, like I'm not used to working out, you know, at like 6 a.m. in the morning, but maybe if I did get used to it, soon it would be, you know what it's reminding me of? It's reminding me of, you know, like those people that take cold showers And like they say, like it's really good for your system, like it's really good for your health if you're able to like sit in a cold shower for a really long time. But who realistically wants to go do that? It's like painful, right? But it's like it's really helpful for the body. It really, I have to like, I've saved so many like YouTube videos on it because like I want to see like why it's important and like what it does, but I haven't like looked at it yet because I'm really not enthused of doing that work, right? Like to be honest, like I don't want to get up in the morning and take a freezing cold shower. Like I don't. So that's kind of what this is to me. It's like maybe it's something they know will be beneficial to them, but at the end of the day, it's like hard to do it, right? Like it's like the work to get there might seem like a little bit like oof, like that seems hard. I don't know how much I want to do that. But if these people can work together, again, I see like such a beautiful ending for these two, right? Because we have the heaven and earth with the Two of Cups. Like if these two people, that's what I'm saying, if these two people can work this out and come together, then, and like drop the egos and listen to one another and what the other one needs and what the other one wants. It doesn't only have to be like someone moving fast and someone moving slow. It could be in any aspect that these two people kind of like don't agree, right? Like, oh, I think like we should live together and I think we don't need to. I think we should have our own apartments. Like there's definitely like places where these two are going to disagree. There has to be some sort of balance though. Like there has to be like, yes, this is like the potential for this couple, 100%. But I think it's again harder for the masculine to be more, to give, right? They're not used to it. And to be open to receiving, because to give, you have to be open to receive as well. So I think this is something the masculine is going to have to learn, right? Because we start off as the Page of Cups and then we end up as the King of Cups. So I think like right now, maybe they're not able to give as much as they would like to, right? Like maybe right now they're only able to be like in the Page energy. But I feel like with the Star card and the King of Cups, it's like their desire is to be like, even though they might not seem so enthused, maybe the masculine doesn't seem like, oh, like they're really giving an effort or they really give a fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they seem just a little bit like, you know, they're not giving as much as like maybe the feminine wants, right? Again, like they're moving slow and the feminine's moving fast. So it's like, how can we like work together? And I feel like with the Star and the King of Cups and the Seven of Wands, it's like not only does the feminine want them to be like in this King of Cup energy, I think they do desire to be the same as the feminine, right? Like it's not only the feminine that wants this masculine to be like the same as them. It's like the masculine wants to meet the feminine too. Like even if they seem like they don't or they're uncomfortable, they want to be like in this relationship as much as I think the feminine. But for them, they're more, you know, like the Emperor can be a little bit stuck in his ways. The Emperor can be a little rigid, right? And it's like they're learning that they can't be like that, right? Like if they're in a relationship, they're going to have to work with the other person. It comes like to communication, working together. Do you know what I'm saying? There's all these things that it's like, okay, like I'm going to have to try to do this, right? And I think that's what's going on here. It's like with the Seven of Wands, it's like they have to like, as much as they want to receive, they have to give, right? They have to learn that. And it's like the feminine is praying that this masculine can like get to the energy of giving as much as like they receive or receiving, you know what I mean? Like there needs to be a balancing out, right? And like I think I see someone like really praying that this could like work out, like praying that this person can like reach this level. And I feel like they can, because at the end of this we have the Page going to the King. It's not only like a wish, but I think it's like actually physically possible because we have the Heaven and Earth and the Two of Cups. So the potential is there. So yeah, Sag, I really love this reading. Remember, like balance, coming together, communication, working together, right? It's totally possible. It's doable. It's work, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So yeah, Sag, let's see if there's any divine feminines for you guys. I feel like this is for the masculine, where it could be for the feminine as well. It's for whoever's not being their authentic self, right? It's for the one that's like, I think it's for both of you guys. Like one person's here, one person's here. How do we meet in the middle, right? It's like not by just doing what one person wants me to do. Like, okay, I'm going to move this slow or I'm going to move this fast. No, it's about like remaining in your power. Like I think a lot of you guys think that it's like, I'm going to have to give up my power, right? Like to be in this relationship. Like that's how you see it. It's like I'm going to have to give it up. But that's the exact opposite message. It's like standing for what you believe in. And sometimes it's harder to say sorry. And you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's sorry to bend, right? It's sometimes it seems harder to bend, but that doesn't make you any less powerful. It's like it's not about giving up your power and being like really like, okay, we'll do whatever you want to do. No, it's like, how can we work together, right? Like, I'll voice my opinion, you voice your opinion, and we work together to find like a solution. Remaining in your power, I remain in my power, but we work together. Like, working together, we're two powerful like personalities are coming together. Two people want to like work this out. It's like a power couple. It's somebody who's very strong. Like, let's not bend the knee for anybody here. Like let's work it out. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, maybe sometimes you're gonna have to give in to the other person. Like, maybe sometimes things just won't work out the way you exactly want them to work out, but that's okay, right? Like, as long as you're like staying in your power, not giving up like everything that you desire for this person, that's how this is going to work out. It's like, it's not one extreme or the other, right? It's not like doing everything the other person wants, and it's also not like just doing everything my way. It's like the power is by remaining in balance with yourself, not letting ego drive this, and knowing that like you have the authority of your life. Like you have all the means to like have the life be whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be with this person, then you just have to work towards it. Like, there's no, like, don't give up, basically. So yeah, Sag, I really love this reading. I love you guys. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.